How's it going?
Who is ready to learn about digital? I know
I am.
I mean, I have friends and family that are logged in tonight. Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody.
Literally, I'm so excited. I think Eric reached out. He was like, so what app do I need for tonight? And I was like, GoodNotes 5. And I like screenshotted it for him. And I was like, yay.
Oh, this is awesome. Hi, everyone. I don't know about you guys. I have dabbled in with digital planning and I'm so intrigued and want to learn more. And Darian, I'm always bugging her with questions and she's going to give us all of the goods tonight. And I'm so excited. So Darian, why don't you tell us what we're going to be covering tonight? And I get to be her co-host. So I'm really excited about that because I'm going to be in the comments.
Yes. There's so much that we're going to cover. So I'm going to go over pretty much like literally the 4 basic steps to getting started with digital planning. We're going to cover a few applications. We're going to talk about apps for your iPads, apps for your Android tablets. And then I'm going to literally share like my favorite tips and tricks. I'm going to share my favorite accessories. I'm literally just going to give you all that I have, all that I know that I can. And then if you have any questions, we'll take those at the end as well. So
yes. Save your questions. Although if you have questions, I know we have a kind of a full house tonight. There's a lot of people that want to learn about digital.
I love it. I love it.
I do
love
too. And so if you have like just a really simple question that you think maybe the commenters or the other viewers can watch, feel free to ask. And I'll tag things that I think we can use towards the end, but definitely try and save your questions for the end.
Awesome. All right, y'all. You guys ready?
Yes, let's do this.
All right, let's dive in. You guys, I made a PowerPoint and everything for you. Okay, so let's get started. First and foremost, what is digital planning? Digital planning takes all the fun of your paper planning and it puts it on your tablet. Digital planners are just like paper planners, but instead of paper, it's formatted PDF documents that have clickable links and help you like literally just navigate through your planner. And so that's pretty much what we're going to be talking about today. And it's available pretty much if you have any tablet device, from an iPad to like a Samsung tablet. If you have a Windows tablet, there are a few applications that I can maybe recommend, but I will say GoodNotes, an application, is in beta testing for Windows. So that's a big win for our Windows tablets. Also, if you guys are here and this is your first time, let us know. If you're a digital planner, let me know what tablet you're using, what application you're using. If you're new to digital planning, let me know in the comments, because that's going to help us out and figure out the direction of our call here tonight as well. Okay, so how to get started. If there was ever a slide to just screenshot and keep, this is the one. This is the goodness. So first and foremost, you need your device. You cannot digitally plan without, well, you can, it's just not as well if you don't have a tablet. We are big fans of the iPad and the Apple Pencil. And then, like I said, if you have a Samsung tablet, that's fine. There's also like Windows Surface Pro tablets out there, but you need a tablet and a stylus if you want to maximize the best of digital planning. Secondly, you need to download an application. Now, I know I got some planner people out in the house, and so picking an application is literally like picking what kind of planner you're going to use. Just how we have horizontal and vertical and coiled and bound and undated and all the different kinds of ways that we can plan in our paper. It's the same way with picking your application. So there's 4 applications we're going to talk about here tonight. We're going to talk about GoodNotes, which is available for just Apple and iOS users. We're going to talk about Notability, which is also available for Apple users and iOS. We're going to talk about NoteShelf, which is available for both iPad and Android users. And then we're going to talk about Penly, which is available for Android users as well. I see I have a lot of iPad and GoodNotes users. Yeah, I see a Samsung tablet. Oh, Samsung Chromebook and Penly. Okay. It's nice. So we got a little bit of variety. Secondly, you are going to pick your planner. We here at Moxie Life, you know what? I'm actually going to go ahead and add this on screen. I'm going to pull up this is my iPad currently. Let me see. Did it show?
I always love seeing how you plan.
Yes. Oh, I got to unlock it. There we go. Is it here? I'm going to add it to the stream. No. Give me a second. Guys, gotta love technology here.
I'm curious of those of you who are watching and are already using digital products, are you using what planner products are you using? Have you gone full digital? And are you doing horizontal, vertical, or daily? Or are you just tinkering around with the notebook? I want to know.
I'm curious to know too.
Yeah.
We're gonna pull it up. There we
I've been
go.
tinkering with notebooks, so I'm really excited to start playing with the stickers and if you're using the notebooks, what are you using them for? Like, what are you logging in them? All the good stuff.
Here we go. Okay, so this is the GoodNotes application right now, and I'm just going to run through a few of the different products that we have. So we have our new daily, and this is the one that is, I would say like probably our most robust planner. You have your monthly view, you have your daily views, we have our weekly overviews, we have that, and then we have our vertical, which is literally just our flagship, but in our daily, and then we also have our horizontal. We have some notebooks, notepads, everything that you can possibly think of, we have. So it's really important that you want to know which one you're going to use and upload, because that might dictate which application you want to use as well. So you got your tablet, you got your application, we got your planner, and then we get creative and customize all the fun things, which is really what we're here for tonight, is how do we do that, and how do we add the stickers and the pins and all the things. So let's talk about that within each application. So I'm going to bring back up my iPad, and I'm going to talk about GoodNotes first. Okay. So the one thing that I find that is different with GoodNotes versus all the other applications, let me just go to my title bar. So every application is going to have this title bar at the top where you see the pen, your eraser, your highlighter, shapes, your lasso tool. Every single application is going to have that toolbar, and every application is going to have what we call a reading mode and an editing mode. Reading mode is where you are not editing. You see how my toolbar disappeared at the top? 9 out of 10 times people ask, my hyperlinks are not working. What's going on? It's probably because you're in editing mode and not reading mode. When you're in editing mode, it's super, super easy to just click and navigate between the planner pages. But when I click, and it's right there at that top corner, right here, and the upper top right hand corner, and you can see that now I'm in editing mode. And so that's literally the biggest thing that I would recommend anyone. If your hyperlinks are not working, make sure you're not in editing mode, but you're in reading mode. Okay, so with GoodNotes, there's a few features that makes this application a little bit different from other features. The big one being this elements tool, which is right next to my lasso tool. And so GoodNotes has built in like a feature where you're able to store all of your favorite stickers. You can store different layouts, for instance. Some that I like, these are some mood stickers that I have that I use. And then I also have like my box sticker that I use when I'm doing my vertical layout. And so I'm gonna actually go to my vertical planner, for instance. So if I needed to add, like another box, for instance, I could take my little lasso tool right here. I'm gonna make sure that, can I just, I'm gonna go as I go. With the lasso tool, this is your number one tool with digital planning right here. You see right now I have handwriting, images, text boxes, comments. Those are all that's going to be your biggest thing with navigating within each of your applications, no matter what application, is making sure when you're circling and picking things up. And do I just want to pick up my handwriting? Do I just want to pick up this text box? Do I want to pick up the sticker, this image? Is navigating between that. So I just want to pick up this text box. I don't want to pick up the highlighter. I don't want to pick up the sticker. So I'm just going to make sure I turn off my images. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to circle this. And let's say I want to add it as an element. I'm going to put it in my templates. So now whenever I need to mark down, I have a Club Moxie event, I literally can go to my elements feature and it's going to be stored there and it's always ready for me to go.
Amazing.
And so that's the one thing I love about the elements feature. Yes, go for it.
Does that mean that you could make like preset for like any event or appointment that's recurring, do it once and then recreate it and just recopy that over? So you're kind of making your own custom stickers.
Yep. And so one thing that I like to do, let me see if I have a blank. Let me go to a blank vertical. I started really getting into time blocking. So with this elements feature, I literally import it all these times where I can just automatically have it there and it's set up ready for me to go.
That's amazing.
And so that's like some way that I would use it. What other element features do I? Oh, for the daily, for our daily layout, I really liked doing it this way. So I, again, added this element feature with our stickers.
Oh.
So now anytime I want to set up my daily, I can just, so you can add your stickers, you can add text boxes, whatever. That's really the big thing that makes GoodNotes a little bit different from your other applications is this elements feature. And then I would even say, you see how I'm able to switch between my planner documents easily at the top by clicking the tabs and stuff. This is only available in GoodNotes. Other applications, it's just a single document that you have. So when looking at applications, if you want to be able to have different things open at the same time, then I would consider GoodNotes because of the document tabs at the top. Like I said, they're beta testing this for Windows. So if you have a Windows tablet, I would totally consider going to GoodNotes and downloading the beta to see if it works. And then anything else, I would say, I don't know. Were you one of those people, Sierra, where you had a physical planner? I don't know if you remember. I remember there was this planner trend going around where you would share your planner and like mail it off to someone, and people would like, it was like a travel, like, you know how you had Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. It was like Sisterhood of the Traveling Planner.
Yes, I remember that. I was never a part of it, but I do remember it.
Yes. So another thing with GoodNotes is you're able to collaborate. So if I wanted to, I could share this planner with my husband. He could be writing in it while I'm writing in it, and we could be sharing it essentially. So
how cool.
That's something else.
Oh, that's fun.
So that's
my mind automatically went to like, that's only in GoodNotes though, right?
In terms of collaborating?
Yeah.
In Notability, you're also able to collaborate as well.
Okay. That would be a really great way to collaborate on like notes and lists, and like we're compiling all of our Christmas gifts right now, and that would be such a great place to have it. Wow. Okay, cool. Sorry. I'm really excited.
Yes. And then like you guys, I'm going to come back at the end and go through more tips and tricks within GoodNotes. I just kind of want to talk about the different features between these different apps that really make them different. But know that every single app, like I said, has your pin features where you're able to customize your different pins. You can customize your different colors. It's just going to look different between each app. So can we move on to Notability? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and switch to Notability. Now, I know I'm a diehard GoodNotes kind of girl, but listen, Notability is actually a really great app as well to consider. Some things, like I said, they have their bar here at the top. They have their text bar, your pin bar. your highlighter, eraser, lasso, just like your GoodNotes app has as well. And then you have your reading mode, which makes it easy to click between your different applications. A few things that make, let me actually switch it this way since we're in daily layout, that make Notability a little bit different is it has its favorite bar, which GoodNotes doesn't have, and I'm waiting for them to add it. Is that I can easily, at this very top, have my favorite highlighters imported. And so I'm actually going to go ahead and share with you how you can go about adding different color pens and highlighters to your application. With GoodNotes, literally, I just click on the highlighter. I can pick my size. The one thing that's different in this application versus GoodNotes is that they give you 12 different sizes to choose from. With GoodNotes, you can pick your size from point one all the way up to like 3.0, and you can get really nitty gritty with how you want it, versus Notability where it's just set and out and right. So if I wanted to save a favorite, or if I wanted to add a color, for instance, I would go here, I would pick my color, and we always get asked why we included those hex codes at the beginning. It's for this reason right here. I'm actually going to go to that page, and I'm just going to add our yellow here. So I'm going to go back to highlighter. I don't want that green. I'll hold it down, edit, or I could delete it if I wanted to. And I'm going to input this particular color. Let's go with the dark yellow, DB336. And now I have that color. Oh, I didn't realize I already added it. It's okay, but that's how I would add it. And then if I wanted to mark it as a favorite, I would just click that star at the bottom, and now it's added and I have easy access to it. So that's literally one of my favorite tools about Notability. You also, with Notability, can password protect your documents, which if you want to use your notebook as a diary, you could exit out, and then you would click on whatever section you wanted. You can go to settings, and you can lock subjects by setting a password. That's really cool. What else would I would say? They have stickers included already in their application. And then the last thing for my planner people, because I want to keep this like planner specific, with Notability, you guys know how I was talking about those really cool boxes and stuff. The one thing that I love that I can do with Notability is they have a actual pen type where it's either in dashed or dot line, which allows you to make boxes in like the dot line, or you can do it, I'm going to do a bigger one, like in dash lines, like literally, like, I don't know, there's just so much. I just think that's a really cool feature. Like no other application has that but this one. So if you're really into like getting really creative with that, this is also a great app to consider. I think that's all I really want to talk about within Notability. But if you guys have, and now let me look at these comments. If you guys have any questions about Notability or GoodNotes, definitely let us know. We're going to mark them, and come back to them as well. But I'm going to switch my tablet real quick from my iPad to my Android, because I know we got some Android people in here. And I'm going to talk about the Penly app and the NoteShelf app on the Android device. So yeah, how are we doing, Sierra?
Good. While you're doing that, I'm curious because there are some features that you've highlighted between the GoodNotes and Notability app. Which one would you recommend to someone who is trying to decide between the two?
Okay, so if you are just new to digital planning, and this is like, you don't want to have a huge learning curve, you want to keep things really simple, I would totally say GoodNotes, just because it's really simple, succinct. It doesn't give you a lot of options. You can pick your top three pen tips at the top, your top three highlighters. It's very simple. Like, it's not as like nitty gritty as I would say, but it's really simple, straightforward. And then if you're a student, or you really want a lot of bells and whistles, you do a lot of note taking, honestly, I might say check out Notability just because they have an audio recording feature where you can actually record like a lecture or a speech or whatever you're listening to while you're taking notes, which is really cool. I keep thinking of our digital notebooks and all the different ways that people can use them. And so, if you are learning anything, taking notes for anything, recording anything, Notability might be a good option.
That's awesome. I love that.
Yes.
Okay, so we had a quick question while you're moving that around.
Mhm.
So with GoodNotes, the documents don't combine in one where we can add the daily to the planner. I wasn't quite sure.
It sounds like so we have two different kinds of planners. We have our daily, where it's just the one that I showed you, where it had the weekly overview and our daily pages. And then in our weekly flagship, there's no daily pages. People ask if you can combine those two PDF documents. And I always recommend no, because it will mess with your hyperlinks. If you're combining two different planners, your hyperlinks would get mixed up. If you really like the flagship, but you want daily aspects, I always recommend getting our flagship and then our daily inserts, and adding the daily inserts into your flagship. And so
Okay,
that is
that's
probably what I would recommend. Yeah.
okay. And that leads me to this next question. For those who, there's been a couple people saying that they need some basic classes. And so I just wanted to go ahead and do that. I'll let everybody know where it's at. On
Yes.
our YouTube channel, we have basic tutorials of how to upload your planners and stickers into whatever device you're using and whatever note-taking app you're using as well. So that is in our playlist on YouTube. And YouTube has also got a ton of very specific GoodNotes or Notability, NoteShelf tutorials from other creators or other companies. If there's something specific that you're looking for, you can find a wealth of knowledge there.
Awesome. Is there anything else?
Nope, that's it for now.
Awesome. Okay. Real quickly. Also, one thing I want to point out is there's a lot of great like digital users in this comments. Like, share as we go. If there's a certain app that you like, share. I love that Deb pointed out. GoodNotes is like you pay a one-time fee. You pay $8.99 and you have access to it. Your first 3 notebooks are free with GoodNotes, and then to get and unlock more things, it's a one-time fee. And then with Notability, it is a subscription model. I want to say it's $14.99 for the year, $11.99 between there, depending on when you get it. And so it just depends. But Notability also has a free part too, so you don't have to upgrade if you're not going to use all those bells and whistles. So thank you, Deb. I like that. This is Penly. With Penly, Penly was actually created by a digital planner, which makes it a really unique application, because there wasn't really a GoodNotes for our Android users. Penly was created. And so honestly, everything that you see at the top, now you will see as I use Penly how in my Android device that it's not as smooth, and as I would say, it's not as smooth and crispy as maybe using GoodNotes and Notability. And that's also dependent on what kind of device you have, how much storage you have. It really just depends. And so, but you'll see that even as I navigate through this. One thing that I will point out with Penly is, again, at the top you have your same. You can do your favorite pen types, highlighters, erasers, text box. This is how you would add all of that. Like Sierra mentioned, we'll have videos coming on Penly, but for all our other applications, we have really basic tutorials on how to import your planner, change this stuff up, and I can even answer a few questions about it at the end. But at the top here, you are able to add stickers. They came with stickers as well. You can mark your favorites, but you're able to add stickers. You can add them by folder or by category. But the one thing that I love about this application, y'all, that no other app has, that I really wish that I'm waiting for other apps to have, is that I'm able to create a link within my planner. Most applications, you can add a hyperlink to a website, or pretty much that's it. Like you can only add a website, but you can't create a hyperlink within your planner. And there was multiple questions that we got about how do I hyperlink something to go to a certain part in my planner. Only with Pinly can you do that, and I'm going to share with you how you do that. So I'm actually going to go here to number one. Where's my table of contents? There we go. So say I wanted to hyperlink this particular page to a note page. All I would have to do is I would use my lasso tool, circle it, and then I would click this hyperlink at the very, very top, and I could link it to a page and put that page number in it. I don't know what's on page 8, but I'm going to say I want it to go to page 8 here. So now when I click on this app, I'm going to go out of my lasso. It takes me to page 8.
That's so awesome.
And so I literally, y'all know how I feel about hyperlinks. It's like my love language. Um, so
I'm with
being
you
able to
100%.
create my own hyperlink within an application is what I love. Yes, Pinly is the best $7 I ever spent. Yes, Pinly is now $4.99. And she even does a 7-day money back guarantee. So if you don't like the application, you can always let them know. Um, but yes, so that's Pinly. You can add your stickers. Um, that's all I really want to point out about Pinly. And then I want to do NoteShelf really quickly, and then we'll get into more of the nitty gritty and fun stuff too as well. So NoteShelf is available for Android and iOS users. It's different depending on your application. Let me pull this up. Y'all see Android? It don't like me. It don't like me. Wait, isn't hyperlink the drinking word?
Yes, Nikki, it was. Nikki's has attended some of our past lives. Yes, at one point it was.
I'm gonna go down here. Let's go to NoteShelf. So this is NoteShelf. I'm curious, how many people have used NoteShelf? A lot of people don't really talk about it. Um, there's a ton of applications out there that we honestly could use. The one thing that I will point out with NoteShelf is just like with Notability, you can record within the application. So if you plan on using your digital products for note taking, that's something you might want to do. And then color coding bookmarks. So you know how I said that you can't if you can't create a hyperlink within your planner, the closest thing you can probably do is bookmark it so you have easy access to it. And so the one thing that I love about this particular application is at the very if I wanted to bookmark it, the way that I'm going to actually go to no, this is where I had it. I can add a bookmark, and then I will turn it on, and then I pick what color I want, and then I can label it. And so that's something that I always found cool. So then when I go to look at it, say I wanted to just see what was currently going on in my life, I would have my bookmarks that are marked currently, and then I could have a bookmark marked for future plans, and you can color coordinate it. And so that's the cool thing about NoteShelf. So other than that, I honestly wouldn't use NoteShelf, but I do know that a lot of people do love and appreciate this application. And so if you have any questions about that, let me know. Thank you, Rebecca, for that. Oh, Melissa, the fountain pen in NoteShelf. I will give you that. So at the top, one thing that most application has, just like with Notability, you can't control the specifics of your tip, but they kind of already have them preset and you can pick them. NoteShelf has like a really nice rigid fountain pen. I will say that. So like I'm just gonna why not? Let's write something. I just write.
Ooh, that is nice.
I'm not the best at cursive, but we're gonna try here. Um, their their fountain pen is really nice. I will give you that. They do have a nice fountain pen. So that's NoteShelf. I want to see, how are we doing? Are there any comments about just applications and which one might be right for you depending on your where you're at, if that makes sense?
There haven't been any questions, but there are quite a few Android users. So this is good information.
Awesome. Hey, Android people. Hey. I love that. Okay, so we went over the different applications, and I'm going to pull this back up. So you got your tablet, you got your app, you got your planner. Now let's talk about customizing it and getting creative. This is like where you get to add your stickers and your color palettes and your templates. So let me actually, hello, friend. You guys should see what I'm working. It's like I'm just like going back and forth between devices and making sure they get here.
These comments are funny. You guys are awesome. People came with the energy tonight. I love it. I'm here for it. I keep seeing comments about Zinnia. Do you know much about that?
I do know much about Zinnia, and the only reason why Zinnia is like if, and I mean I have it on here. Zinnia is like if Canva and your digital planner had a baby, that's what that app would be like. It's literally, let me see.
That sounds fun.
I'm gonna pull it up for you guys. Let me make sure this is.
Rebecca asked if we're coming out with a monthly digital sticker pack. That would be awesome. We don't have plans for that yet, but we are in the process over the next couple months coming up with all of our ideas for future products. So if you have something specific you would like to see, email into hello@MoxieLife, and Jess will make sure we get it on the list because we do really listen to your guys' feedback about what you want to see.
Okay, here we go. Here's my iPad, y'all. Okay, so this is Zinnia, if someone was asking about that. And honestly, the big thing that makes this app so just really cool is the fact that you can easily add your photos. Those are all the photos of me, y'all. But it has like this whole like Canva section where you can add templates and stickers and journaling cards. It's like a scrapbooking application. And so it's really cool. The one thing I will say, this one is a hefty subscription model fee. I believe it's $39.99 for the year. And that's probably why I don't talk about it as much, just because it is on the pricier side of things. But if you are really into that and you really want all the bells and whistles, totally check that out. Yeah.
I love it.
Okay. Let me go to my planner here. Okay, so the very first thing, you get your planner, you have it. I recommend you want to customize your planner just like you would do your physical planner. So you want to go to your pens. You want to figure out, do I want to write with a ballpoint pen? Do I want a fountain pen? Do I want a brush pen? Most of the applications allow you to do that. They all have, some even have a pencil feature. And so you can figure that out. And then you can even, do you want, when you to draw shapes, do you want it to snap into a particular shape, or do you not want that? You want to customize it. So what I mean by that is if I drew a circle here, you can't see it if I wrote in white. If I drew a circle here, it would automatically snap into a circle. And so that's something that you want to think about. Do I want to add that to my customizations? With your eraser, I have yet to see an application where you can change your eraser size. Most of them come with just small, medium, large. And so your erasers are pretty much set. The biggest thing is just deciding, do I want it to be something where it erases everything completely? Do I want to keep my eraser precision where it only erases what I tell it to erase? Do I want it to have a stroke eraser where it erases everything? This is something that you want to consider when setting up those settings. Again, with your highlighters, you want to figure out your sizing of that. Like I said, the one thing I love about GoodNotes is that I can change the sizes, and then I can pick my favorite colors. Now, I will say, I can add all my colors, but you see, I only can keep 3 at the top within GoodNotes versus like in Notability or NoteShelf where you could see your favorites. With GoodNotes, you have to keep those 3. I think that's it for in terms of like customizing your pen, your highlighter settings. A question that came through, I want to say it was from Deb, maybe, had asked about how to set your default font. This is a really important question. Like, so if I go to my font, my default is set for Julie Plans because I'm obsessed with her handwriting. And so when I go in, it's automatically set to be able to type into, I'm going to zoom in just so you guys can see what I'm writing here. It's automatically set for Julie Plans at 30 to be left aligned in black handwriting. If I want to change that, I would just go, say I want to change it to grays. I want to keep it at maybe 25. And then let's say I want to keep it at centered. And then to save that, all I would have to do is click this little heart up here. And now when I go to type, hold on, wait, did it save? It didn't save.
Where did the heart? I didn't see the heart.
Okay, so I'm at the toolbar here at the very, very top.
Oh, yeah.
And so I have grays. I'm going to select 2025 here. Let's say I want it to be red as my automatic. Then I'm going to click that text box with the heart.
Oh, got it. Okay.
And I'm going to press save as default.
Perfect. Got it.
So now when I type, I get, my preferred structure. So that's how you would do it in GoodNotes. In Notability, it's different. And the only reason why, every other app you would do it like you would do it in GoodNotes, but in Notability you would go to your settings at your bottom here, go to typing, and then you would set it up here. And that's how you would automatically have your preferred text and font for that. Okay. Are you always honestly, I mean, I have been dabbling with my blue ink lately. I mean, if I showed you
because you're team blue in real life.
In real life, if I'm doing it in real life, I am. But like, I mean, I was black today, but I mean, earlier I was like this blue and I was feeling it. This is super functional for me.
I love it.
So yeah, that's fonts and setting your favorites. Any questions about customizing any of that? That texting just, I love that. That's good.
This is a great question.
Yes, this is a great question. And this is going to be dependent on your different devices. If you are, Nikki, can I ask what device you have? Because I wouldn't want to tell you something different. But with iOS, it's different. You have to download an application called DaFont. It's literally called DaFont.
Oh yeah, DAFONT.
I didn't even spell it right. Oh, well, I guess I have iFont and not DaFont. There's different applications.
Okay.
For instance, I downloaded Cerez and Grays. And so what you have, let me see if I still have their, move this real quickly. Because that can be a little confusing. So I'm actually going to pull this back on screen. So here's a font that I really wanted, Crush Regular, you can see. I'm going to click that. I'm going to press that share button in the corner, and I'm going to open it in the font app when it lets me. Come on. I'm going to go to iFont. And so you see where it says Crush Regular. I'm going to go install. I'm going to press allow. I'm going to open my settings. Click this profile, download it. Yep, and I'm going to press install. and then press done. Now when I go to my notes and I typed in crush, it's there.
Awesome.
And so that's how you would do it with using your iCloud and
Okay.
Apple. With Android, it's a lot different. If I was using the Penly application, I'll add this when I switch over to that tablet later on. Sierra, if you can have me circle back to how that might look in that application, let me know.
Yeah. This was a good question, kind of while we're on the topic. Can you set a line height on GoodNotes for the notebook to stay consistent and not have to adjust the line height every time?
Yes. Okay. So, for instance, when I use Julie's font, I find that my best line height is at that 27. Let me just go.
It really depends on the font that you're using. You kind of
Yeah.
have to find the sweet spot.
Yeah. It just depends on your font.
Yeah. So you'll play around with it.
Mm-hmm.
What
And I would just literally I have it set for 27, but it used to be set for 28. And so you can see how when it was at 38, that's not accurate. And so you just play around with it. And then if you want to keep that setting, one thing that I recommend is that elements feature. Copy it, add it to an element, templates, so then you always have it. It's just easy to add that text box. And it's already set to your line spacing. And here's the thing about Moxie Life products, because Sierra is a genius. All our lines are the same spacing across the board.
in
The
every
same,
product.
yeah, and
Yeah.
our products, like the
Mhm.
same lines that you have in the daily, the weekly reflections, that dot grid, it's the same spacing, which makes it really simple to kind of keep those. So you would just play around with that, save your favorite, and then save it to an element as well.
Yeah. Oh, perfect.
Any other questions as we continue?
Um,
Okay.
I think we're good for right now. I think the rest will probably be good for the end.
Okay.
Unless actually there is, Kendra did make a mention that that they thought that you can highlight a block of existing text and change it to a new color.
You
Since
can
we're
totally do that.
with text.
For instance, I don't want to use this because I did a lot of highlighting on that. Ooh, I have so much stuff, y'all. So many things. Let's go to this. Okay, this would be a great one to show that. So say I wanted to just change the highlighting of this. You see that lasso tool? I would toggle off text box and images so nothing else changes colors. And I would highlight this whole section here. Oh, this is on a picture. Yeah. Did I turn my pictures off? Okay. And I would go to color, and let's say I want it to be yellow. Now it's all yellow. Oh, I did one continuous line on this one and not multiple lines. So this one's set up where I actually highlighted the whole thing across. So if I were to change the color here, I could do orange for that. And then I could do blue for that. And all I'm doing is lassoing, pressing color, and changing the colors. So that's how I would do it. Now, if you had it on lasso and you click text box 2, what would happen is everything would change its color. You see how the blue changed and the font also changed?
Yes.
So that's why that lasso tool, the more you get used to it, the more you realize, oh, I just want to change this and layer things with it. So, yeah.
I have a tip because I am completely just not good at any of this. This is not my wheelhouse at all. What I did was I opened up a page in just a random notebook that GoodNotes offered, and I played with all of Darian's tips so that I didn't feel like I was breaking anything. And I'm really glad that I did that, because there was quite a few times that I messed something up and I didn't care because it was in just a test page.
Yes.
That would be my tip.
I love that. I love that. I love that. And I hope y'all got y'all tablets out while we going through this and trying the things while we're doing it. Toggling only. Yes, the lasso tool, like that is literally the number one tool, like between adding photos and changing them. And when we get to stickers, y'all, just you wait, just you wait. Last thing that I want to say, the one thing most applications now have you're able to do this, but if you go to your settings here on the side, you can change it's called stylus/palm projection, and you can pick your writing posture. And I only want to say this because, like I said, we all write differently. And so the way that your tablet is set up, it just makes writing a lot more smoother and easier. I always I'm right-handed, and that's like how I have it set. And I found that it makes it a little bit less, I don't want to say glitchy, but more smooth when writing. And so that's also something you might want to do as well.
While you're talking about writing, can you tell us your favorite products?
Oh, let me just go ahead and take this iPad off the screen then. Okay.
Yeah, because I know that's a big question. People want to know.
Yes. I got them all ready for you guys. So I have like just traded all my love of pens and just put it into like tech accessories. So as far as writing goes, I like a nice pencil sleeve grip. I have like 2 of them right now. This is like, they're all on Amazon. You guys, I have a whole, like, I can send you the list of things.
Show that again. The pen.
Oh yeah, my pens are a little bit different because the one thing that I changed is my pen tip.
Oh,
and so
to the metal?
Yeah, it's like a ballpoint metal tip. And honestly, I was so against it. I was like, oh no, like I don't want to change it. And when I did, y'all, I can't stop writing now on I used to just, you could see on my old weekly views how I would just type things just because I really like the look of it. But now I can't stop writing because I'm like, ooh, I write better. And so I really, yes, I will I will put my list together and put it in our Facebook group. But yes, so it's a little pencil tip, which I love. So I love this, love the pencil grips. I also really like.
Can we do another, like just a video or even a live and just come on and talk about supplies?
Oh, for sure. For sure. I have a whole, yeah. And then there's like this one that's really cool. And all you got to do is put your pencil in it, and it's like a clicky pen.
I love it. Oh,
so those are my favorite writing things.
Great question. Does a metal tip scratch the iPad?
Yes, you want to make sure you have a paper-like screen protector.
Yeah, that was the other thing that changed for me because I really did not like writing with the pencil tip on the glass. It just felt weird.
Yeah.
Really so the moment I did that, I actually am like, okay, maybe I could do this.
Yeah. Get awesome. A matte like screen protector. Everyone loves this one. If you don't want to spend the money on this one, get you this one from Amazon it's literally like a fourth of the price, and it works just as fine. It's I find a little bit more scratchier. So if you like the, what was EC's paper? The really rough Mohawk paper. If you like Mohawk paper
with tooth.
Yeah, if you like a lot of tooth. There we go. If you like a lot of tooth, you'll like this one. But if you like smooth paper, then you'll like this one.
Oh, okay, that's good to know. We know us planner people care about that stuff.
We care. I'm with you. I'm here for it. Paper like was hard. Yeah. Do the paper like wear over time? Mine lasted, before it started wearing, honestly, it lasted about 6 to 8 months. I remember 6 months I started like, oh, maybe I want a new one. It lasted a good 6 months before I wanted to change it. But again, I'm constantly writing on mine. I have different tips and all that. So yeah.
Okay. All right. We have some questions, but they're more towards the end. So you can go ahead and keep going.
Awesome. Okay, y'all, can we talk about stickers?
Yeah.
Okay. There are.
Tiny Teacher Plan says the Moxie Life paper is like the paper-like screen protector.
It is. It's very smooth. It's a smooth paper, and it's not like it doesn't have a lot of tooth to it. So yeah.
I love this.
Um.
Okay.
Okay. There's so many ways that we can talk about stickers. I know a lot of people have questions about them. Within GoodNotes, let me pull this back up. Like I said, we have the elements feature. And a question we get asked is, how do I import my stickers? Do I import them to elements? Do I keep them in the sticker book? We created specific GoodNotes sticker books. Within GoodNotes, I like having it in the sticker book because I can just toggle back and forth and circle and lasso. What I mean by that is I click the lasso tool and say I just want this checkbox over here. I can copy it. Well, you guys see how I didn't have my images toggled, so it didn't pick it up.
Oh, right.
So
Okay.
you always want to make sure that image is toggled for your stickers. And then now it will move. I don't want to leave it. I always want to copy it. I never want to pick this one up. I always want to copy it so I don't lose my stickers.
Ooh,
Um,
that's good to know.
always want to copy it, and then I can bring it over here. Let's say I always want to paste it right up here. And now I have it right there.
That's so awesome.
And so I just like, for me, that's how I like doing it. But I know some people like having it in the elements feature. And so if I wanted to add it to the elements, I can go here, I can add, I'm going to say rainbow stickers that I wanted to add. And I'm going to say import from. Those are some Moxie Life printables. We're going to talk about that too. Let's see. Moxie Life. Bold. I'm going to go to the PNG stickers because that's where they are. I want to add this one. And then I'm going to select the ones that I want to add. So I might add one. You can, when I do it that way, I can do it one at a time. Or if I wanted to do something, I could go to split screen. And I can go to that same file. Where are we at? I keep it on desktop.
Kendra just said the side-by-side function for pulling in stickers is a game changer.
Yes. So I could do it like this, where I pull it up side by side, and I can go to select. I can select them all, and I can just bring them all that way.
Okay. Wow. I think you just saved us all.
And so now I have specifically picked, and then I just press create in GoodNotes, and it's creating that collection. Depending on how many stickers you upload, the file type, it depends on the time that it takes to do that. Most people did it the one by one way. I like the group way because you see how much faster that was. And now they're always there. And so you can also keep them in your elements feature. If you do not have GoodNotes, Notability does not have an elements feature. Do they? I don't know if they have an elements feature, but this is what I would recommend with Notability. I would go, if I had a notebook, I would create my own sticker book within the notebook that we have, or I would go to our notes section, and I'm just going to copy this page, and then I'm going to put it behind tab number 1 here. Press those 3 dots again. I'm going to paste it right there. And I'm going to add our favorite stickers this way. I'm going to do the same thing. Select all, bring them over, and then I'm just going to sort them out here on this page here. So now I have, and then I'll just organize them, make them smaller if I need to.
Oh.
And then that's how I would save all my stickers in any other application, is that I would use our notes pages if I wanted to easily have access to them and not have to keep doing it this way. I would just save them inside my planner. And then if there's like a certain layout that I like, I would copy that layout like I would do in GoodNotes and save it on like a blank page so I can easily circle it and lasso it and move it to however I want it. So yeah,
That is so awesome.
I hope that was helpful.
Well,
Let me think. Okay, so we have element split screen, saving your favorites. You can also, I would say, manipulate them and crop them. And what I mean by that, there's a lot of, I actually have a specific, is it in here? Back here. I'm going to use this one. Okay, I'm going to take this one for instance. This is when I was finding my groove with the stickers and like the different things. You can pretty much take any one of our stickers and I would say I wanted to customize this sticker, the quote sticker, for instance. I can copy it. I'm going to bring it over here. I'm going to paste it. And then let's say I want to put places to go on this one. Copy it, bring it over, paste it. And I'm just going to play with it and add it as like a nice header here.
Cute.
And so I can just play with things and, you know, I can make them. And if I didn't want the shadow at the bottom of that, I could crop it, crop that shadow part out. And now it's like a flat Post-it and there's no shadow. So, you know, you can play with it and make it however you want with the stickers. Another cool thing, I'm actually going to go to this bottom here. And let's say I'm going to copy this one, for instance, paste it over here. I want to like make a funky sticker and I really like this pattern. I'm going to go here. I'm going to press the crop feature. You can have rectangular crop, but if you want to do a freehand crop, this is my favorite thing to do. I'm going to add this nice little heart here. And now I have a heart.
Stop.
And so the freehand crop literally takes anything you want, any photo, anything you want, and it like adds it. And so that's one way that you can do it. If there's fun designs that you like, so that's another thing to do with stickers.
That is so fun.
Yeah. And then
also, so Melissa said, one of my favorite things about digital planning is the ease of adding photos for my camera roll, which might otherwise stay in my phone forever. That is so relatable.
It is. You just click that photo app up there and you can add any photos that you want. And then I don't know if you guys seen, if you guys have updated your planners real quick. I'm gonna remove this. But with the new iOS system, there's this really cool thing that you can do. And so let me see if I can find some photos here. My photo library is a mess. You guys don't even want to see it. We're going to go with these photos. Okay. Split screen. Okay, so I have split screen my photos and my GoodNotes app, just like you would do it. And here's something cool now that you can do. You can hold and press it down. Hopefully it lets me do it here. It won't. Sometimes and then I can drag it over.
Oh, Eric showed me this the other day.
And it's like now like my new favorite thing to do. And you can do that. It's so fun. It's like you can take your dog and it like creates these own little mini sticker features. So
cute.
That's also something
that is really fun.
Really fun. A lot of people think it's fun. Okay, I could go on and on about things, but I think let's open it up for Q&A.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because again, I could talk and show you guys all the things on all the different things. So
I think we need to have mini classes.
Oh, that would be fun.
Trish had mentioned. Trish had said this masterclass is awesome, but I would love to have mini class one subject videos. That is such a great idea. We should do that.
We can.
We can do that. Okay. All right. So let's see. Okay. So I just started a bunch of questions that came up. But if you guys have questions right now, feel free to put them in, and I'm going to go ahead and take some of the ones that came in earlier today. So Michelle said, if I decided to switch from GoodNotes to something else mid-year, would that be difficult to move my planner to a different app?
No, Michelle, what I would do, I would go where it says the share button up here, and I would export it all. And then what you could do, you can say, you can have it include the page background. You can say include annotation, and you can export it and upload it to another preferred application. You would still have all your annotations. Your annotations you won't be able to erase them because now GoodNotes has saved it as a part of the PDF. So, but you would still have all the stuff that you have planned and used, but you can now add it to another application. Great question.
I love it. That's a great question. Okay. Shannon said, any suggestions for why my GoodNotes on my iPhone won't sync my updates to my iPad and vice versa? I hate using it, and then my weekly actions won't be pulled over to my phone.
Honestly, I would check, Shannon, I would look into your settings on,
Yes.
oh, my whole earring came out.
The
Apple
settings.
I would check your settings.
Yeah. Because it usually happens, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it has to do with how often or frequently the two communicate with one another, or how often the
Yeah,
download.
and your iCloud. I don't know if you have iCloud. A lot of people who do it also works with the syncing. Yeah, check your iCloud settings in GoodNotes. So you would go here. Where would they be here? Settings. You would check right here. You would go into your backup or your automatic backup, your iCloud settings. I would check those settings. Oh, you got y'all. I'm talking and thinking that my iPad's on your screen, and it's not. My bad. You would go to your main settings here, and you would look at your iCloud settings, your backup data, and your automatic backup. That's what I would consider. And also, yeah, making sure they're both up to date.
Yeah, there's a lot of great suggestions there. Okay. There's quite a
If those
few.
don't work, Shannon, reach out to me in the Facebook group too.
Yeah. I'm going to go with some questions now that you have your screen back up. Let's do some of the actual ones that you may need to do a demo on. So Melissa said, side question, I'm having trouble fitting the timeline sticker in the daily. Is it not meant for the daily planner? So the daily time sticker.
Daily time. Correct me if I'm wrong. Are you referring to these time stickers right here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So honestly, the biggest thing is you're gonna have to manipulate them because we didn't know what people's time preferences were. So they're each individual times. And so let's say I wanted to group maybe 6 from 6 here. I'm gonna press copy here. I'm gonna go to our daily. Lasso it. You would have to just like play with it and get them to the right times. And so the thing is, you could do it hour by hour. You wouldn't be able to fit like all of them like in the half hour time slot on this, figuring out your schedule. So I would just size them up like this
and move them where you want, and then create a template.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so once I have that all set up for how I do want it, yeah, I would just play and mix it and then say I want it. This is not a good, pretty picture.
Yeah, and then you would take it as make it a template?
Yep, I would make it as a template once I have it set.
Oh, that's good to know. Okay.
I would even add it as an element
Or an
and
element.
save it in my template. Once I have it set and sized to how I want it, that's how I would do it.
That's
Yeah.
That's such a great tip. Okay. All right. Okay, this is a question I see all the time, and one that I'm scared to do myself because I'm afraid of messing things up. I would love to see how to add the daily inserts in NoteShelf. Mine don't size right, or even in any showing us how to add just a daily into like the flagship?
Yes, great question. Let me pull up NoteShelf. Now I have NoteShelf on my Android, so bear with me while I make that switch.
Okay. And let's see if there's any other ones here.
Can I come back to this
Yeah.
question? Can I do the rest of the Apple and then hit
Yeah.
the Android ones? Yeah.
Yeah, of course. We'll take that off. Okay. Let's see. This is a great question. Can you change the covers on the notebook or just the planners?
Oh, you can change it on both. Let me.
Oh, will you show us? Because this was one that I had to call you for one night after getting so frustrated I could not figure it out.
So this
And
is
you
in any. I'm assuming you might be a GoodNotes user or a note. And if you're not, we also have tutorials on how you could change this. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna add a page here, and then you're gonna go to import. And I'm gonna go to where my covers are at. 2023, and I'm going to add the Blackberry fields, and I'm going to pick the cover that I want. I'm going to press open. Oh, did I put it behind it? I probably put it behind it. I did. You would just put it when you add it versus putting it after you would press before. But say I wanted to change this and I wanted to move it closer, I would just take this, drag it over, and it's there. And so now when I exit out of it and say I go to those documents, now it's there. It would be how I changed it. Yeah. And so that's why I like covers, is that I can make it all like uniform, and
I love that. Oh, I love it.
I hope that answered your question.
Okay, yes. Okay. Let's see. What is this one? Can we see adding the notebook pages into the sections in GoodNotes?
Okay. I think I understand. Yes. And one thing I will point out, so I'm gonna gotta click reading mode. What? I'm like showing you when it's right here in front of the screen. Go to your note paper templates. Is this the right one? Nope. Let me pull up.
While you're doing that, Holly asked if we can please have the hex code for the Moxie Gray color that came in the markers. Holly, that is our Moxie Gray, and I don't believe that that is in our digital planners, but if you go to the Facebook group and tag me, I will give you the hex code for it, because it is our Moxie Gray that we use like for our logo and our boxes and all that kind of stuff, but I don't believe it's in our planner. Fairly certain it's not.
I don't think so.
No.
It's not this one, is it?
Area of Life. No,
Yeah,
that's
the Area of Life one. Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
So these are note paper templates. And if you ever forget what I'm about to tell you, I'm gonna say click this little link down here, and it will take you to what I'm about to tell you.
Oh, get out of here.
Yes. So if you click that link down there, it's gonna show you what I'm about to tell you. So if you ever forget, if you click the YouTube link, it's gonna show you. But you're gonna go to your like say I want to add this one. I'm gonna click those three dots. I'm gonna say copy this page, and then I want to put it behind section number 1. I'm gonna go to add page in the top corner, and I'm gonna put it after, and I'm gonna press paste page, and there it is. I always want to copy. I never want to move. I always want to copy the note paper template. I never actually want to move that, because it's going to mess with my hyperlinks, and it's also you never want to accidentally delete it too. So always copy, never move.
I did that. I did it after I had spent like an hour of organizing my notebook, and it was so pretty, and I had like labeled all of the tabs. It was good. And then
it would have been in your recent deletes. You could have restored it.
I don't know. At that point, my brain started feeling like mashed potatoes, and I'm like, no. Oh, okay. All right. Let's see here. Okay. How do you save changes on GoodNotes?
GoodNotes automatically saves everything. But are you talking about like saving it to the Elements feature? Because
That's a
if
good
you ever
question.
wanted to save something to the elements feature, say I wanted to just, I like my morning box here and I wanted to save it, I would just, one, make sure handwriting is toggled. And I'm going to circle this and I'm going to add it as an element, add it to my templates. So now when I get ready to do tomorrow, go to my elements, add it, and I already have it. So that's, I don't know if that answers your question, Renee.
That's awesome. Yeah, let us know, Renee, if that didn't answer it. Okay, Nikki wants to know for GoodNotes, can I save the file in GoodNotes more than once with different names and then have a play version and a working version?
Yep, absolutely. You would just, we always recommend saving your, whenever you get your digital files, save them to your iCloud, your Google Drive, your Amazon Drive, whatever drive or cloud system that you have, always save it. So you, if anything were to happen, you have a backup. So then you would save it there and then you would just upload it twice to GoodNotes.
Okay, awesome. Let's see here. This is a great question. How do you label the actual tabs?
Are you referring to like if I wanted to label this one, like if I wanted to label this divider or
Or maybe,
the tabs at the top?
oh, that's a good question. I don't know. Let us know. Let's see. Renee did say any changes. So yeah, it sounds like GoodNotes just automatically saves
Yeah,
any.
it automatically saves it. Mm-hmm. Yes, the
Uh,
dividers.
yes, the dividers. Okay,
This is how
so
I would do it. Here's a big tip, you guys. This is my number one thing that I do with digital planning. When I want to white out something, when I want to cover something, I would screenshot this. If you don't want it to say one, I would say take a screenshot, and I just did that with the lasso. I'm going to copy it here, size it, manipulate it to how I need it, cover it. Then I would just label it. I would just, if I wanted to write it and say this is home.
and it will stay no matter what. That will stay on those tabs no matter what page or
So
tab
you
you're.
will have to copy this on each for like, so wherever you would have to constantly copy this if you wanted it on each thing. So what I would do is if I really wanted to label it, I would copy this whole thing with my correct labels if I'm being nitpicky. And I would copy these depending on, if I wanted to use this one again for like number 2. Because the thing is, the ways ours are set up, the colors change when you have a certain page highlighted. So I would repeat what I just did on all the tabs, and I would just circle it as an element and save it, and then copy it for each page so I know it's already there. So I don't
Wow.
know if that makes sense or not. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
Um,
All right. Let's see here.
Speaking of that, because you guys had that little whole situation, I know a lot of people aren't a fan of our like some people just want to have it to be dot grid. So again, take that lasso tool here. Take a screenshot, press copy, and all you have to do is go paste, and now you have it where you don't have it if you don't want it.
You know what I love about this? Because so many of us in the planner world, we love franken planning and customizing things to be exactly how our brain works. And that's what I love about digital planning. It's like
Mm-hmm.
once you get past that learning curve, then you like literally it's endless options.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. Okay. All
Real
right.
quick, and we can switch over to Penly. The adding of the templates with the daily. Someone asked about the daily. I don't have my daily template up and ready. Normally, I would have them saved in my. Do I still have it saved in my elements? Let's see. No, I don't have it saved in my elements, but I'm gonna see here. Let me go to my files here. One thing that we like, so I'm going to use another template for instance, but I'd like to do it in split screen. Let me go to, is this a flagship? Nope.
Are you showing us how to do the printables?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
perfect.
So this is a few Moxie Life printables. The same thing would work with the daily page and the weekly flagship. All you have to do is now, if you're going with our daily page that we have in our shop, it's already converted for PNG. If you're getting a printable from our Moxie Life printables, I would convert that PDF to a JPEG or a PNG file, so it saves it as a picture. It's a lot easier to work within pictures in your PDFs versus trying to, like, your PDF would add as another page versus a picture on your in your document. So it's always easier to work that way. What you would do, you would simply just, is this the, make sure this is the right one. Oh, that's the PDF. This one's the photo. You would just copy it and bring it over just like you would with our photos. This is like our goal assessment worksheet. You would make it literally like, so say I like where that is, but you see how I have that little bottom spacing here. One thing I would do, again, take advantage of this little screenshot mode. I would copy that. This is if I'm being super, super, super like picky with it. Super, super picky.
You would cover it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that is a PNG that's overlaying the actual page with all the hyperlinks. So it really just becomes like a giant sticker that we're using.
Yep, it's
Instead of
literally,
a page.
yep, your inserts are just giant stickers. That's a great way to think of it.
Okay.
And so I think
that's where I got mixed up because I thought I was supposed to be like adding a page in there.
mm-hmm.
So then let me ask you something. If you were in a flagship and you were using the daily pages as a supplement to your weekly planning because you have a busy day or you want to integrate and hybrid daily planning with your weekly planning, would you then do multiple daily pages on that weekly spread, or would you do, and they would just stack over each other?
Yep, they would just I actually have one. I'm just searching for it this year where I did that one week where it was just, I knew I had a busy week and I needed dailies to add to the flagship. Pull that up here.
A couple people have said that they've added them as extra pages.
That's exactly how you. That's the vertical.
And for the sake of
Here we
time,
go.
everyone, we've got about like 10 more minutes. I've got about 6 more questions that are pretty quick. But if you guys have any like last minute questions, be sure to put them in now so we don't miss those.
Yes. Okay. So this was like my week. This was how my week was set up. This is what I used this week, but I also knew that I needed some daily because a lot was going on. And so one thing that I had to do was I went and I had to add the daily pages. So this right here is just, this is our actual daily page. And so how I did that, I just, you have to like resize it. Sometimes you have to like maneuver it sometimes and at the framing. But how I would do that, say I wanted to add another daily page, I would go here. I would copy my current template right here. So now I have my weekly overview and then I have my daily pages and I want to do another daily page for that following 2 days. I'm going to copy this and all I'm going to do is I'm going to press paste and I'm going to add it.
Okay.
So now it's still there and I still am able to link back to these weekly actions of that coordinating week if I needed to.
Okay.
Because it's all, I'm just copying that page underneath it and
Oh,
adding those daily pages.
so smart. Holy moly. Okay. All right.
And so that's how, but there's some people who like, who don't want to do this way, and they might just add this particular PNG as a PD, like, and they would just, so then it would look like this page, and then it would go into just this particular, you would just see this. You wouldn't see the bells and whistles. And the reason why I like it, like doing it this way, is because I can keep my tabs and my weekly actions.
I love that. Oh my gosh. Okay. My mind's blown. I feel like, okay. All right. So let's power through some of these. Let's
quickly to the Android.
see here. Okay. So, oops, hold on. This is a question we get a lot. Can you import your schedule from Google?
So you can't do it, like, it's not going to sync up like it would, like it won't sync up naturally like you would want it to, but you could copy something in GoodNotes and drag it over to Google, and the text would show up in Google, if that makes sense. But you can't like write something and it's going to pop up in Google, and you can't write something in Google and have it pop up in your GoodNotes, just like with your paper planner.
Yeah. It's basically like having a paper planner, but on digital. So
Yes.
It doesn't have the tech integration with like GCal or anything like that. Okay, this is a good question. Anyone know of a good app to use with Windows?
With Windows, I think I wrote it. I hear it's called Xondo, XODO, right now. But honestly, Maria, I would go beta test the GoodNotes, because it's in beta testing, and see how that works on your Windows tablet. But there's also Xondo and Drawboard, I want to say, are also other PDF app, like annotation apps. So also, if your team replay or you're joining us live and you know any other Windows applications, maybe Zoom Notes too would work. I hear that's one.
Okay. Okay. This is another question we get asked a lot. Can you print your planner? So a lot of people are using these as like memory keepers.
You can't print it. I mean, you can, but when you print it, it's going to be what you see on your screen. So you're going to see the tabs. It's not going to show up as one page. So if you wanted to like print it all and have your tabs and all, you can, but it won't be like a printable, like where you buy a like planner. Like, it's not going to be our inserts, but you're going to get the full blown.
Yeah. And so I know some people have turned their planning, that if they've been using it as like a memory planner, they want to turn it into something that can be kept. You can turn your planner into, well, it's a PDF. So save it. You could actually get it printed through like any kind of book printing place if you wanted to print your memory planning to have a physical copy. So that is something that you could do for those of you who are using it for memory planning. Okay. This is a quick question. Is Penly only available on Android?
Yes, it's only currently available for Android devices.
Okay. Let's see. She says she has a very basic question, but once the zip file converts to a file, can I delete the zip file? My download folder is getting out of control with both showing from the Moxie downloads.
You can totally delete it. I personally, yeah. If you don't have the storage and you don't want to have, yes, totally.
Yes. Okay, Morgan says in NoteShelf Android, the daily insert is way too tall relative to the width to even get close to fitting on the planner page. Should I try and screenshot covering and rearranging until it's closer?
You can totally do that, Morgan. I do not have our daily insert right now on because I refreshed it and all the new stuff's on there. I can do like a mini video and tag you in it. Are you in our Facebook group? Come join our Facebook group. Can we mark this question? I think Sarah's marking questions for me as well. Sarah, can we mark this particular question, and I can do like a video showing adding our daily. I do know our daily, when our designer created it, it's in A5 size, and our planners are like a little bit wider, so there is maneuvering and white spacing. You could totally screenshot it, or you could do the app trick that I was telling you with the whiteout. That's also another way, something that you can do as well.
Yes. Leslie says, are the weekly coaching tip stickers offered digitally to use in the digital planner? No, but that's a great idea. We should totally do that.
Yeah. Like adding it as a sticker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they're already there. So you could honestly
Not in
make
the
it its
daily.
own sticker too.
Not in the daily.
Digitally?
The coaching tip stickers?
They're in the daily.
Are they in the daily?
Uh-huh.
Oh, see,
You
you
wanna
guys,
see?
this is I did
You
not
wanna
know they
see?
were
I
in
mean,
the daily.
I
I did
I'm
not
pretty
realize
sure
that.
I'm
Not
like,
in the
I'm
daily.
pretty sure they're in the daily.
Are they? Oh, man. Okay. Well, that's perfect. Okay.
Yeah, we
That
couldn't
was
do all that stuff and not have it in our,
oh
daily.
my. Okay, that's so amazing. You can tell I've not opened the daily yet, but I'm tempted. I'm trying not to, like, mess up what's working in my planner world right now. Okay, that's it for the questions. So, yes, somebody mentioned chat books. Yes, for if you want to turn your memory keeping into a book, chat books is a great option. I know someone who's done that. Okay, thank you, everyone. Okay, please tell us what you have learned, what your biggest takeaway has been, because I have had so many new tips and tricks, and I think that we should do this more often because this was fun.
This was fun. Honestly, this is I think the lot it's just easier to just show the screens and all this. But yeah, the daily tips are in the daily at the bottom on your weekly reflections.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. You
So
could I mean, yeah,
that's
absolutely.
amazing.
Let me take this. Yeah. So, I promised y'all there was going to be a giveaway. So, yes. So, the question is I want hours, not days. I want you guys to guess. And what we're going to go away, we're going to give away a $50 store credit to Moxie Life, along with some of my favorite planning supplies. You're going to have to let us know what device you have, and we're going to send you some of our my favorite. You're going to get a pencil tip, my favorite pencil sleeve, and my favorite paper-like screen protector, all for your device. But the question is, this is the question: how long did Darian last in a paper planner before she picked up her tablet? I want hours. There's a specific hour. There is a specific amount of hours.
Darian did spill this in session number 3 of our goal setting series, or was it? I don't know. We've had so
You
many
said
lives.
something that it wasn't correct. Oh, you got y'all have a little bit of faith in me. Have some faith.
Wait, they're moving too fast. How do I?
I'm still waiting until I see it.
Oh man.
Someone's close.
Wait.
We're close. I mean, I'll go. I don't know who this user is. Y'all are really close.
They're coming so fast. I can't.
I'm looking. So far, Lisa Marie. I'm gonna have to give it to you because she's super close. She's super close. Here we go. Oh, wait. I found it. Someone said it. Suzanne Abrams, 32 hours. That was the exact amount. I got it a Wednesday evening and early, like Friday morning. I was ready to be done with it. Ready.
Yeah.
Ready.
Oh,
I was.
It was so funny because she's like, "Look what I got," and I'm like, "What are you doing? You're digital." And she's like, "I'm just gonna try it. I'm just gonna supplement. I'm gonna play." And then, like, I felt like the next day, she's like, "I'm done. I'm digital. I'm fully digital now." I'm like, "Okay, this is amazing."
Yeah, I got it Wednesday night, Totsier Thursday during Club Moxie that, I'm going to try this. And then Friday morning rolled around and I was like, this ain't going to work. So, Suzanne Abrams, can you email us at hello@moxielive.com and let us know that you're a giveaway winner? We're going to, I'll have Jess get the information that we need from you and we'll send some goodies your way.
Yes. Oh, this has been so fun. I have learned a ton and I'm actually kind of excited to play with my digital. I'm going to start in the notebook.
Play and tag us in it. Let us know if you found this masterclass helpful. Let us know if you want to see more like videos like this. Let us know as well. This was really fun.
I know. Thank you so much for sharing all of your digital wisdom. And thank you to everyone who showed up live and to all of you Team Replay. If you have any questions that we didn't answer, or if you need just some general direction, please come to our Facebook group and post there, because there's so many people I guarantee are probably have the same question, and it will help us all, me included. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate you all.
Yes.
All right. Bye.